How is everybody? I hope everybody has been sparkling, spreading positivity, abundance, respect, kindness, love everywhere. And happy Friday. Wow, right? I am on fire about this topic. I always say that, but this is so true because I'm all about being true to yourself. Who truly are we? How do we determine what is meant for us? How do we determine who we are? How do we determine what path to take, right? This is a really, really important question. And I feel like a lot of us are guided towards different answers and different paths, right? But it's all about being true to you and what's right for you. So this has to do with tapping into your intuition versus ego. But that has to do with knowing what intuition is versus ego. So how many of us have had that pull? We've had like this little whisper, like, ooh, I should do this. Maybe I should invest in this certification. Maybe I should take this path. Maybe I'm meant to do this, right? But then we're constantly like self-sabotaging ourselves. We're constantly like, that's when the fear comes in. That's when it's like, oh, who are you to do that? Wait, no, you don't have time to do that. You have the kids. Like, how is this going to happen? How are you going to be supported in this? What's going to, like we have all these questions coming in, the fear is just like being thrown at us, right? So that's what I wanted to talk about, is really like connecting to what's truly meant for you. Because I literally like, I'm going to be creating a reel that says like, best advice in the world, going to change your life. Ready? And then it's going to be like, stop listening to what other people's opinions are of what is best for you. The only person who knows what is best for you is you. Like, seriously, there's so much out there that it's just like, follow my advice and make $5 million this month or whatever it is, right? But we can get overwhelmed by everything that's out there. We really can get overwhelmed. And that's what I wanted to talk about, because the ego is the shouting. The ego is the fear. The ego is like, you're not good enough. The ego is, oh, you can't do this. You don't have the time. You don't have 28 hours in the day or 36 hours in the day. You need more. You need this. You're not good enough. You're not there, right? That is the ego. The intuition is a slight little whisper. And how you know when it's your intuition is you feel love. You feel the tiniest little tinge of passion. When you feel a pull to do something, and it's a very soft little whisper, that's usually your intuition. And what I do is, when I can sense that my ego is trying to take over, I'll actually talk to my ego. And I'll be like, ego, thank you so much for being there when I needed you. Thank you so much. I am so grateful for you. But right now, I need you to take a step back. I want intuition to take center. And you know what? That's when I'm very kind to my ego. If I notice myself really in self-sabotage, I'll be like, ego, shut up. Intuition's taking over. And I'm not kidding. It works. And then when you're in touch with that, you just have this awareness that you're in alignment. So another thing is, there's different tools to help you like get in touch with your intuition as well. There are crystals, there's all sorts of mentors that can guide you and everything, right? But once again, there's overwhelm. It's like, are crystals meant for me? Is journaling meant for me? Like, what is it? And this is the thing. When we seek a mentor, when we join different programs, when we look to really dive into self-development, if you read a book and it completely changes your life, not every single word needs to resonate. That's the thing. It's like we're kind of conditioned and programmed that like, when you dive into this, you have to be 100% of this. When you decide this is exactly like a carbon copy. This is who you're going to be, right? And it's like, no, we each have individual fingerprints. We each have individual bioenergetic fields. We each have our own frequency that we are emitting out. So when you join a beautiful program, take what resonates with you and then leave the rest. And this actually lies in the fire element. Well, knowing your true authentic self is in the fire element, and then being able to let go of what doesn't resonate for you lies in the metal element. As you know, I'm an emotional resonance clearing practitioner, so a lot of my work is around 5-element theory, which is a 4,000-year-old Taoist theory that the universe is made up of these 5 elements: fire, earth, metal, water, wood. and that we have these phases within us. It's such a beautiful, beautiful modality. But so when I say that we need to be true to ourselves, we need to listen to our soul, to our body, and to our mind. These are the three things. And once again, like if what I'm saying doesn't resonate with you and other things do, perfect. Take what really connects with you and what makes an emotion pull from you. That's the most important thing, is that the emotion is there. When you are feeling a pulling to something and then the emotion leaves, then you probably got what you needed from it. When we're diving into something and we cannot stay consistent to it, it's probably because maybe there's a part of it that's not meant for you right now. And that's why it's so important to be true to yourself. I'm seeing all sorts of things, but I'm not seeing the comments. I don't know what's going on. Sorry, guys. I'm seeing the hearts. I'm seeing the viewers. I'm not seeing the comments right now. Hopefully they will pop on soon. Or if you're thinking anything, please comment, let me know. But that's the thing, is like, even with the show recently, it's like, well, am I being true to me? Like, I'm a mom of 2 little girls, and then I'm an emotional resonance clearing practitioner, and I have my Healy business, and I have so many other things that I'm co-creating in the world. And it's like, my daughters were sick recently, and it just didn't make sense for me to strain myself to go on last week. My daughters were sick. There's no reason to add that pressure. And that's what it is when you're true to yourself, when you're true to what is real for me, what is right for me, what is going to support me in every single way. Am I stretching myself too thin because I'm trying to be more for others when what I'm actually trying to accomplish in this is not meant for me? That's what I want you to kind of like start to dive into, those questions. Like when you, and it could be little, it could be very, very little things too, or it could be huge existential questions. It doesn't matter what it is, but our bodies know the answer. Our bodies, our mind, our soul knows the answer. And it's as simple as asking ourselves, what do I want right now? And then get this, be silent and allow yourself to connect to the answer. So often we ask, what do I want right now? And then you give yourself like 30 seconds, and then overthinking comes in, and you think about all these things, and your ego comes in, right? It's like, no, like sit in silence, connect to your body, close your eyes, connect to your body, connect to your soul, and really feel like, am I supposed to do this right now or not? Because your body will actually say, hi, Shanali. Your body will actually tell you what's meant for you. And that's what a lot of us healers and spiritual people do, is we actually muscle test. We can test into our body and see what's really meant for us. But we're also very connected to our intuition and our soul. And we've gone through this beautiful spiritual journey, which I know a lot of people are starting on. A lot of people are really, really masters in their journey and everything. But the most important thing is throughout this, constantly checking in and being like, okay, what's right for me right now? What am I supposed to be doing? And being very true to your specific frequency. That's the most important thing. So we each emit a specific frequency. Like I said, we have individual bioenergetic fields. We have a specific frequency. When we are true to ourselves, we vibrate a new frequency that hasn't existed. It's like we're creating a new color on the palette. And because of quantum entanglement is that we are energetically connected to everything. We are energetically connected to each other forever. We are energetically connected to the stars. We are energetically connected to the trees. Because of quantum entanglement, when we create this new frequency, by stepping into who we truly are, coming to a remembrance of who we are, vibrating that unique frequency into the world, that beautiful new color onto the color palette, that's going to combine with other people's colors, other people's unique frequencies. And that is where magic happens. That's where we co-create. That is what I'm getting at. That is what I want us to step into, is really discovering your true color, your true frequency. What are you supposed to be emitting out into the world? And our bodies tell us what's stopping us from doing it. Every single thing that we experience in our life is actually created in our body. The emotions that, like, if we have negative emotions, negative physical pathologies, anything like that, there's smoke signals that our body is sending us that there is something that is stuck and stagnant within us, that there's an emotion that we've gone through that we haven't faced, that we've been stuffing down. There's a situation or a trauma, or it could even be ancestral DNA. We carry 7 generations of conditioning and programming in our DNA when we're born. So we already have all this within us. So we're wanting to emit this frequency. We're wanting to be true to ourselves, to really know ourselves. But we do have these smoke signals that are coming up. And the most important thing, and that's why I say soul, body, and mind, is because our body, that's number 2. That is one of the most important pieces in being true to ourselves, being ourselves, because it's tying us into it's cluing us into what's going on. If you are getting up every night and you notice yourself getting up between 1 and 3 a.m., well, that's something going on with the liver. There's all sorts of like tie-ins to what you're experiencing. And the thing is, being aware of these smoke signals and not just pushing them down and not just giving them a blanket solution, being aware of them, diving into journaling, whatever it is for you, connecting to crystals, speaking to people about it, whatever it is, do it. Because these smoke signals are your chance, because that's when we have the chance to really help ourselves. When it grows into a fire, a raging fire, that's where it's a little bit harder. And that's where we really see negative manifestations in our life appearing, is when we've been really ignoring these smoke signals. Even, you guys, everybody experiences suppressed frustration. Everybody, especially mommies. Like, are you kidding me? Like, we're supposed to put our lives on hold, which we love doing, to cherish and care and grow and nourish our littles. But we're supposed to stand there and be screamed at for an hour and a half because we're their mom. Like, can you imagine this suppressed frustration when you're at a job and you're constantly being micromanaged, but you know what you're doing, but you're not able to express that frustration because your job could be in jeopardy or something like that, right? We have all these kind of emotions coming at us, but it's so important to deal with them. It's so important to be aware and to really live with intention. And that's being true to you, is living with intention and awareness. Like, when I eat this food, is that what's causing the bloating? When I do this, is that why? When I'm in this situation with this one person, I always get a headache. Listen to these clues. They are clues. Start to listen, start to dive in, start to kind of discover, what is this telling you? What is this trying to relay to you? Because your body is constantly speaking to you, but so is the universe. The universe is constantly speaking to us through the sun, through the wind, through flowers, nature, birds chirping, whatever it is. In our frustration, when we're in anxiety, when we're in those lower vibrational frequencies, there's always a bird chirping somewhere. I actually spoke to one of my friends about this recently. They were just really down in the dumps about life. They were just like, well, she wants to become pregnant, but she's just like, well, look at the world. Why would I bring a child into this right now? And I told her, I was like, look up at the sky. Is the sky blue? Are there clouds? Is the sun there? It's like, even on a rainy day, the sun is there. There's beauty in this world, no matter what. And she called me the next week and she was just like, I cannot stop thinking about what you said, that I need to find gratitude in the sky being blue. I need to realize that the sun is there even on a cloudy day. And I'm not saying that the world is unicorns and rainbows. I'm saying that when you know the power of your frequency and you know the power of higher vibrational frequencies, then choose to align to higher vibrational frequencies. And that's what I was teaching her. So now she is trying to bring life into this world. And it's just because of those words. It's just because I said, like, the sky is up there. The sky is blue. The sky is gray. Everything is a gift. We have to look at it that way. Everything brings us to awareness about what we should be aligning to. And I know that's hard to believe. I know that's hard to grasp at first when you look at different things that are happening in the world, right? We chose this. We chose this journey. Our souls chose this journey. Our souls chose everything. And if we're constantly pushing down our souls, which is our intuition, when we get those pulls, when we're like, oh, I really want to be an artist. Maybe it's not financially feasible for you to be an artist right in this moment, but guess what? It is feasible for you to pick up a pen, go buy a sketch pad, and dive into that emotion, dive into that, discover what brings you to that level of joy, what brings you to that level of passion, what brings you to that level of happiness, and try to bring it into your life as much as you can. Being true and authentic to you is discovering and knowing deep within you what brings you happiness, what brings you to those higher vibrational frequencies of love, joy, radiance, right? Who doesn't want to radiate every single day? And the thing is, there's this conditioning and programming. So around being true to you, there's this conditioning and programming that who are you to shine your light? Who are you to be so bright? Who are you not to be so bright? Who are you not to shine your light? Because when you shine, when you sparkle, when you glow, and yes, all my friends who are attached to those names are just like, I love them. When you allow yourself to be your true you, to vibrate at your true frequency, to add that color to the palette, you inspire others to do the same. And they might not even know it yet. There's just something about you. There's a sparkle in your eye. There's a twinkle in your smile, whatever it is, right? But there's something about you that ignites them. And that something is literally what you're here for. We chose this journey. We have these beautiful, beautiful souls, hearts. We have this sparkle within us. And it is here to guide others. It is here to ignite others, to bring them to recognizing the magic within them. That's what's so beautiful when you're truly yourself. If your true authentic self is being the most amazing teacher ever, then you do it with 500% and vigor, and you don't let anything stop you. If your true authentic self is changing the world and being a huge motivational speaker, then you do it, and you do it with vigor, and you do it with exuberance, and you do it because we need the light in this world. We need the light through the darkness. Because in everybody's life, there's always going to be waves of darkness at some point. But it's up to us how we are through those times and who we want to be to others, not for others. This is not about leading people because you want to be admired. That's more looking for external validation. This is really being true to you because you want to connect to those higher vibrational frequencies. You want to feel those fuzzies inside. You want to feel on fire. You want to feel the magic within you. And as you step into being true to you, you come into alignment and things fall into place. And like I said, when you add that new color to the palette and you start mixing with other people's colors, like I said, that's where the magic happens. So Hugh, you said conditioning and conformity says being authentic is wrong thinking. Yes, exactly. Yes, there is so much conditioning and programming out there trying to keep us small. It's called, I think in Australia, it's called the crab bucket mentality, or maybe in America, I don't know. But it's like when a crab tries to get out of the bucket and then all the other crabs are grabbing them like, no, you have to stay down here. You have to stay down here. No, guess what? No, this is not the time to do that. We are in the age of Aquarius in regards, and I'm not an astronomical wizard in any way, shape, or form, but we are in the age of Aquarius. We are in the age of oneness. We are in the age of unity, consciousness, and togetherness. And because of that, it's very interesting. It seems kind of backwards, but it's the more that you come to being true to you, the more that you vibrate on your own frequency, the more that you really start to unlayer what's going on, the higher your vibrational frequency goes, the more connected you feel to others. And I know that doesn't make sense like right now, right? Like you're like, wait, okay, so you're saying like this plus this equals this. What? Okay, let me kind of explain this a little bit. As we come to the power and the magic within us, as we make the decisions and take the inspired action to really create that in our lives, that helps others see that they have the power and magic within them. So as everybody rises together, we encourage one another, we support one another. That's when we realize, wow, we are one, we are the same. We all have this magic and power within us. There's not one person on this planet that is not pure magic. Not one. I'm not kidding. And once we come to that awareness, once we start living like that, can you imagine the beauty? But what happens is somebody steps into their magic and power, and then that triggers something in another person. And then that person starts to diminish their light. And then that vibrational frequency, that new paint color that's supposed to be in the world doesn't exist because they are being pulled down by other people's insecurities, by other people's opinions of what they're supposed to be. No. No, no, no. Now more than ever, it's so important for you to raise your frequency and your higher consciousness to guide others, to be the guiding light, to show up, to have fun. If it's true to you to go outside and dance in the rain, do it. Now, don't you dare come to me and be like, hey, Nicole, it's your fault that I got sick. Like I said, you take what really resonates with you and leave the rest. And that's a really, really important lesson, because especially as you are starting to dive into yourself and you're starting to unveil these layers and really come to the remembrance of the creation ability you have within you, you can get sucked in. You can like put your mentor, or you can put somebody else on a pedestal. Like they're so far above you. You'll like, thank goodness you can learn from them. Oh my gosh, I hope I can be like them someday. That's the thing. No. You are just as important as them. You are just as important as Joe Dispenza. You are just as important as anybody out there. But they have a specific frequency here to emit. So yes, their message is going to guide you. Their message is going to ignite something in you. But you have your own frequency that you're meant to emit. And that's the important thing, is don't put people up on a pedestal. We are all the same. We all have this magic, this power, this radiance, this light, this sparkle within us. And when we choose to step into it, that's when you're going to be like alongside Joe Dispenza and be like, hey, we're going to do this together, right? We're going to do this? Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's go. Like it can be like that. And it's been like that for me. I mean, so like 3 years ago, you wouldn't even recognize me. I was so stuck in the fear. I was such a perfectionist. Oh my goodness. Doing everything for everybody, making sure that everybody was happy. Everybody's gardens were growing. Mine were dying. Like nobody knew that though, because I always had a smile on my face and I was always Miss Positivity. But now I've really come to doing the inner work to really discover who I am, to really coming to the remembrance of the creation ability within me, the power and magic. And because of that, I'm still guiding others. I'm still helping others, but it's from a true It's from a truer space. It's from a more secure foundation. Let's see. The circle, no one above or below you. Each are beside the other. Oh, Hugh, I love that. Oh my goodness, the circle. And I want to say the circle turns into the heart because everything, because I'm all about heart. I have to say that. I have to just do that. My heart. I'm always about that. No, but it's so true. Because so as you start like getting into all these mentorships and things like this, you might actually like copycat. You'll just become a copy of them. And it's like, no. Always, my advice as you're learning anything, and I hope that you're learning new things every single day, my advice is that you ask yourself, what am I supposed to learn from this? And then listen. Is this for me? And then listen. How can I implement this? What should I be doing with this? And listen. And that's the thing, listening is going to be different for everybody. Some people might write it down and journal. Other people might meditate on it. Other people might just ask it and then go on with their day and just wait. Other people might actually tap into the akashic and speak to their masters, teachers, and loved ones and get the answer that they're looking for with that question. It's individual for everybody. And it's so beautiful that it's individual. So one of the things that I do, I love to, well, I work with the akashic, but I also, I love to write the question on a piece of paper, and then I'll go into a meditation. And I'll go into the meditation with the intention of being grateful. I'm always grateful. When I go in, I'm not like, this is my question, give me my answer. I'm like, I'm so grateful that I'm receiving the answer. And even if I'm not meant to receive the answer right now, just bring me what I'm intended to receive. I am open. I'm open to receiving whatever is meant for me. That's what I go into my meditation with. And then I'll ask the question. And then when I'm done with the meditation, I will actually do a 15 to 20 minute free writing session. Do you remember in high school where the teacher would be like, all right, pick up your pen. You're going to write for 15 minutes. I don't care if you have nothing to write about. You're going to write, the pen is black. This is dumb. I'm bored, whatever, right? So you do a 15 to 20 minute free writing session. And it might not work the first time. It might take 4 or 5 times. But you'll start to write the answer. Your soul is always trying to find a way to speak to you. It's about learning how to listen the correct way that's right for you. It's about learning how to seek the answer the correct way that's right for you. This is all about what is right for you and then deciding your next inspired action based on that. Take it beyond the rabbit hole into the black hole. Yes, allow the cosmic in. Yes, the cosmos. Come on in, cosmos. I love it. Hugh, you are awesome. Oh my goodness, I love it. Yes, exactly. And what actually happens is my writing will change when it's my soul speaking to me. I'm not kidding. I'll just be writing and like my ego will come in sometimes, and then right after the meditation, and then I'll keep writing. And sometimes I'll even put an alarm on it on my phone. And I'll just keep writing. But then when I'm done, I look at the sheet and I'm like I see the answer just pop up at me. And the handwriting has actually changed. Like, that is so powerful. I'm just like, ah. And yes, oh my gosh, I love working in the akashic. Oh my goodness, being able to speak to our masters, teachers, loved ones for guidance is the most beautiful thing. And when I connect to the akashic, I am just in this level of bliss and unconditional love. Like, I can feel the vibration of the leaves when I'm in the akashic. Like, I definitely use the akashic a lot with what I do. But yeah, so I just wanted to come on here and chat with you guys a little bit about really just being true to you and how important it is that you allow yourselves to shine. And here's the thing, that you allow yourselves to rest, that you allow yourselves to take a pause when you need to. Just because, yes, you're true to yourself, you're aligned, you're doing the inspired action and everything, right? Go, making your dreams come true, right? You have every right to rest when you want to. You have every right to put up energetic boundaries and allow certain people in and not others, or certain situations in and not others. Because here's the thing. Being true to you, putting yourself first is not selfish. Do you know why it's not selfish? Because when you are finally your true authentic self, you're no longer false. You're no longer putting on a fake pretense. And you are able to affect the people's lives that you're meant to affect in the way that you were brought here to do. Thinking about it comes from what we were taught. Pondering it is about discovering for yourself. Yes, I love that. I love that. Oh, Hugh, I've got to have you on as a guest sometime. Would you be open to that? I would love to just pick your brain. You're just amazing. Thank you so much for being here and being engaged. I really, really appreciate it. And as we're really connecting to ourselves and discovering what is meant for us, our mind will sometimes just like try to distract us a bunch. Just a lot of overthinking, right? Just a lot of like, okay, if this is meant for me, but then oh my gosh, I need this in place, and I need to do this website, and I need to have a blog, and I have to do this, and this needs to go here, and this needs to go here. And it brings you into like paralyzed will. There's so much that is being placed upon you, and you're like, oh, it's too much, I can't do this. That is what I'm saying, like, listen to yourself and take a pause and be like, okay, so what's really for me right now? What's really like, do I need a website to have this business? No. Okay. Do I need a blog? Yes. Okay, cool. Like, it's just things like that. Like, really, like you said, ponder. Listen, and ponder. But when you're overthinking, that's your ego. When you are in fear of something, that's your ego. And like I said, ego is there definitely for a reason. Without our ego, we wouldn't be here today. Because when we were back in the caveman days, our ego is what taught us, run from that saber-toothed tiger. That's not a nice little kitty. You got to run. So the ego is there for a reason. And that's why I'm always in gratitude to the ego. I'm just like, thank you so much for being here. I don't need you right now. When you feel like you're in the place to stand up and speak to your ego, then do it. And when you feel like you're in a place where it's just like, okay, nope, I need to be in my fight or flight right now, then do it. It's all individual to you, and nobody else has anything to say about it. I don't have anything to say about it. What I'm saying doesn't resonate? Perfect. Good. That's awareness. What does that awareness bring you? If something that somebody says makes you so mad and you're so angry and you're so triggered, good. Dive in. What is that telling you about you? What is it in that person that is triggering something within you? This is all about being unique and individual. So I thank you so much for your time. It means the world to me because it is one of your most precious commodities. I have a very, very exciting guest coming. We're going to be talking all about life purpose, kind of along the same lines of that. And I'm sure you just heard my kids. I don't know what they're doing upstairs. One of these days I might actually have them on because they're always like, Mommy, can I go on and say hi? Oh, Hugh. Okay, let's see. Human ego, edging gratitude out, spiritual ego, embracing gratitude's opportunities. Oh, I love that. That is so, 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 so beautiful. So yes, one of the reasons for me even having this topic is because I've just been trying to figure out what is meant for me with the show. With this beautiful, beautiful podcast that I have been given by the amazing Nick and Ryan. And I'm just like, I'm a busy mommy. Maybe I don't have to go on every week. But then I was like, no, that's not it. That's not it. I'm like, I'm very intuition led. Trust me, if I could, I'd be like on like 5 times a week. I'd be like, woo, here I am, guys. But I also came to realizing once I started diving in that it's good to have a little bit of structure, but that I want to be able to take inspired action within it. So there's going to be these sparkle corners, which are about like 30, 40 minutes long, where I'm just going to have a topic and we're going to discuss it. And I really, really want to bring in engagement. I really want this to be like a co-creation. And then there's going to be the episodes where I have amazing guests on. And then we're going to have group discussions. I'm so excited. I'm going to have like 4 or 5 of my friends on, and we're going to chat, and we're going to have a topic. And then I'm going to be doing one on anti-aging. I'm going to be doing one on boosting your immune system. There's so many different tools in my self-mastery toolbox that I would love to be able to share with you guys. Like the meditational, or the writing the question and then going into meditation and doing the freestyle writing. That's one of them. But there's so much. And if you are interested in diving into your underlying patterns, you're stuck in stagnant emotions, and really clearing it and bringing your elements into balance, then reach out to me. That's another huge self-mastery tool that I use is 5-element theory and emotional resonance clearing. And if you're ever curious about crystals, I'm not a master, I'm not a genius at it, but if you're ever just like, I really like want to dive into connecting to spirit more, like DM me or, PM me, on Facebook or whatever it is, and be like, hey, I was wondering, a little guidance with crystals. Like, I'm totally up for that. I'm here to help you shine. I'm here to inspire you to really come to the remembrance of the magic within you. And I'm here to do it with unconditional love. I'm not here with judgment. Turning your sparkle into a full-blown fire. So looking forward to that. Thank you so much. You were just the sweetest. So everybody, spread positivity, abundance, respect, kindness, love everywhere. I hope you have a beautiful weekend. Spread your love. Enjoy yourselves. Be the magic that you were born to be. Bye.